journalist Steve Baker, who works for the conservative media outlet The Blaze, had to turn himself into the FBI today because of his role at January 6th. And what was his role? Well, he was a journalist that works for a conservative media outlet, and he was reporting on January 6th. And apparently, you can't do that. And this, to all the people out there, if you don't know, if you was a conservative and you was there on January 6th, 2020, you're you're probably going to jail. Not even gonna lie, you're going down. They don't care to hear none of that. You're going down. But it's kind of funny in this country that we will waste all of our police resources on locking up individuals who did not commit a crime other than voting for Donald Trump or working for individuals who voted for Donald Trump. And yet, all across the country, crime is going up. And what do the police officers do? Nothing. Let's take this instance in San Francisco where a man's car was broken into. He had tracking devices in his bag and was able to track down the bag, and the police pretty much did nothing.
This couldn't have come at a worse time for Justin Schuck. He was rebuilding his life after losing everything, including his successful advertising agency, because of a substance abuse issue. 4 years of clean living later, he bought camera gear, enrolled in the master's film program at SF State, and started taking video production jobs, including one in Oakland 2 weeks ago.
I'd just been driving through downtown and I was like, isn't Oakland beautiful? Like, I love Oakland.
Justin thought he had done enough to hide the gear in the trunk of his rented Tesla while he had lunch on Broadway, just across from the YMCA. But he came out to find this. Windows shattered, his camera, lenses, and drone gone. Justin had just bought the gear and hadn't had time to insure it.
I literally felt like the pit of my stomach drop. I knew that the equipment wasn't insured. And so to have it gone so soon after buying it, just was devastating.
Usually in these cases, it's smash, grab, and gone. You have little chance of retrieving your property. But Justin had hidden tracking devices inside his gear cases. And on a phone app, he watched the criminals travel from Oakland into San Francisco.
It was on Post Street, right? And it's literally moving.
He's on the phone with a San Francisco police officer when he sees his camera gear arrive at this location in the 300 block of Leavenworth.
And he goes, oh yeah, that's a known major fencing operation. Everybody in the Bay Area knows that they can bring their stolen goods and offload them there. Think about that.
That's what he said?
That is what the officer said to me on the phone.
Justin used to live in the area and he knows it well.
And it's a block and a half, not even a block and a half, from the Tenderloin police station. How are you not raiding that place on a daily basis?
I had the same question. So I walked by the location of the alleged fencing operation to the Tenderloin police station and called its captain, Sergio Chin. He did not return my messages. I reached an SFPD spokesperson who would not comment on the Leavenworth site, but emailed, at this time, we cannot disclose any information on the location you referred to based on possible ongoing investigations.
We already know that California is a hellhole, but San Francisco is really taking the cake. How is it that you are living in a city where policemen know there are criminals committing crimes and it's right up the street from the police department, and yet they do nothing about it? Like, they know this operation has been running for a while. It is a major operation. Apparently, everybody and their mama knows about it, including the police, the higher ups in the police department, but yet nothing, no change. But yet across the country, conservatives can get locked up. I mean, it's just wild out here for me. Let me know, what do you think? Do you think Steve Baker deserves to get locked up for being a journalist? And do you think police officers are doing their job, or do you think they're just letting crime go up because it's, I guess, better for the country or better for votes? Honestly, I don't know why they're letting crime go up unless they're just trying to sink the country, destroy it all the way, to ashes, to the ruins. But yeah, that's what it looks like. And also, if you really think locking up this journalist is a good thing, please let me know in the comment section why. Because the only thing I can tell you is you're a tyrant. You want totalitarianism. And also, you've probably never seen V for Vendetta. When we get to the point where journalists aren't able to speak up, aren't able to do their job, that means the Constitution is completely out the door. That's the First Amendment right. It's there for a reason. Journalists help keep government officials in check. But I guess not real journalists nowadays. Real journalists get locked up, and people who they call news reporters or whatever, pretty much the propaganda wing for the government, they're giving millions and millions of dollars in new contracts. But that's all I got for you today. I'm your host, TJ Evans. Yeah, do the YouTube and Rumble thing. Subscribe to the Royal Family Studios page. Don't take my word for gold. You do your own research. Y'all stay safe, stay prayed up. Don't be scared of the government and these people who are trying to silence people. Like, if they're trying to silence you, more than likely it's because you're telling the truth. Peace.